on? Welcome back to another episode of Birds and Bases. I am Jesse
Hello,
Guthrie. I am the husband.
and this is me, Heather.
I am accompanied by my significant other, Heather Guthrie, and we are the host of Birds and Bases. Welcome back. This is episode 5 of our podcast slash videocast slash whatever you want to call it. We are here and we are live on YouTube. And on this week's show, we're going to talk a little bit about what the Eagles had cooking with DeAndre Hopkins, whether we think that's a good idea or not, or if it's even going to happen. Some other Eagles news, like Jalen Hurts getting some flowers from Patty LaBelle with that
Yep.
old school sugar type attitude. Um, they did have a previous coach pass away. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then we'll transition into current Phillies issues, the series recap with the Braves. They're currently going against the Mets in this series, not doing so well this week. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk little bit about All Star ballot, who we think deserves to be on the All Star team from our team, and some other Phillies news going forward. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? All right. So, if you guys did click on this, it's pretty cool. I did a thumbnail of DeAndre Hopkins on the cover of it. It's pretty cool. He's got a Eagles jersey on, and you know, let's talk about Jalen Hurts first. Ted. Go ahead.
Yes, he got flowers today, actually.
From Patty LaBelle. So
Yes.
he grew up listening to Patty LaBelle. He was
That's his favorite singer. Doesn't he listen to her some
yeah,
of
he
his stuff?
loves her. He's previously mentioned that he likes her a lot. He's listened to all her music. When he was coming up as a kid. I believe his parents played her a lot. He loves her. He published that, or he put out in the public that he loved her, and they've ever since that had a connection after that. So that's pretty cool to be able to say that's one of your idols, and then she reaches out to you and becomes your friend, um, just
Yeah.
because and some people like sports athletes, some people don't. It's kind of cool that worked out for him.
Yes. She wrote, "Dear Jalen, congratulations. We are all so proud of you. Here's to the winner in you. With love, Patty LaBelle."
Nice.
And with that
Nice.
number one in the flowers.
Number one, because he wears number one, right?
Yeah, that's his jersey.
Um, and the passing away of the Eagles coach, it was former assistant coach Bill McGovern. He passed away. He's he coached for 3 seasons. He was the team's outside linebackers coach. So we pray for his family, and hopefully there's nothing to say about someone passing. So hopefully they find peace after that.
Yeah.
So that was that. Obviously, they're still in training camp. They're seeing what these rookies can do, and then obviously some of those people that they invited to the camp that they're putting them through the paces. So that's pretty cool that they're doing that. Um, the big news this week was obviously DeAndre Hopkins was released from the Cardinals. Uh, is it DeAndre Hopkins was great in his prime. He's kind of nearing that late latter part of his career. Would he make a good fit for our team?
I don't know. Everyone wants him though. Everyone's talking about that they want to take him,
I
but
I heard that the Chiefs offered him money already.
I heard about the Bills too.
So I mean, I think he would be a good fit on any other team. But we
Um,
have our number one and number two. He's going to be he doesn't want to be a number three slot wide
yeah,
receiver. He doesn't want to be a number three on anybody's team. He wants to be the number one, which granted he's earned that. He's had a pretty impressive career so far. Is he done yet? I don't know. he's he was on the Cardinals, put up some good numbers and stuff like that, but nothing crazy crazy. Now,
Right.
could I think that we could benefit from him being here? Absolutely. I think if he would assume that he's in the latter part of his career and assume a third spot wide receiver, we would having you know AJ, Devontae, Hopkins. I mean, it would be absolutely awesome. I think to have those three people line up on the other side of the ball. I mean, defenses wouldn't know who to cover. It would cause a lot of chaos. And then throw Dallas in the mix too as a tight end. I mean, who are you covering? Take your pick. Put your
Yeah.
top cornerback, out or whoever you're gonna put on there. You ain't covering them all. I would love to see that. I mean, obviously he's looking for money, so I don't think we can afford it at this point, depending on what he wants to, take for a contract. But I feel that it could be pretty dang awesome to see those three lined up in a
Yeah.
pair. So will it happen? I don't think so. I think he'll end up like we just said on the Chiefs, Bills, someone who needs a top tier wide receiver
Yeah.
now to do damage this season. They're gonna go after him and probably acquire him. But did I, any other thoughts on Hopkins there?
Not really.
No. So we'll transition into that. Anything else with the Eagles that you want to go over?
No, there wasn't not much happening this week, so that's about it.
Did you decide on what jersey you want to order yet?
No, I still can't figure that out.
Okay. So,
Comment below.
well, Father's Day is coming up.
Yes, what do you want?
No, I'm just joking. I don't. You know how I am
You
with.
never wear any of the stuff.
I'm
You're
very
so annoying.
superstitious. I'm superstitious with. Let me explain to our listeners. I'm very superstitious on what I wear. If we win and I wear it, I have to wear it again. But if we lose with it, then I don't feel comfortable wearing it again.
And you throw it where? Where do you throw your stuff if you
No,
lose?
it's fine.
Okay.
It's it's
I'm
just
always head to toe game day.
I've ever since I played baseball, I'm superstitious like that. I had to wear the same socks. I had to wear, very superstitious when I played. And
Yeah.
that's just how I am.
And I go and I wear all my stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I wear my stuff. Look,
You
I have stuff that I wear
have tons of stuff.
that, but I get superstitious. I don't want to have to not wear it if something happens. So I
Yeah.
just hold off on wearing that stuff. It's just the way I've always been. So, listeners, I do support my teams full heartedly, but I don't like
Let me
to.
ask you a question. When we go to the game
Yeah,
here in Tampa Bay, what will you be wearing?
depends on the weather. First off,
You act like it's gonna be freezer, dear.
I will support the Eagles. Of course, I'll wear Eagles gear.
Okay, good. Because you
I
need to.
Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll convert my 11 Wentz jersey into a brown. Uh, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's transition into the Phillies aspect of the show. Thank you guys for watching. We'll do a little
Mhm.
transition. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're going to talk about the Phillies. So, thanks for
Very hard to
watching.
be a Philly fan right now.
It's not hard to be a Phillies fan. They did this. So, I was looking at a
They do
stat
this
from
a
last
lot.
year. They had almost the same exact record at this point last year.
Yeah.
Let's hope that they can turn it around. Let's hope
Mhm.
that they
I got this
can.
game right now.
Either they're losing 4-1 right now. I think they're
Yeah, they're
pretty.
bottom of the fifth.
I think we're in a team where we don't know our identity yet. I think we still need to figure out um, our pitching situation. Ranger came back, been throwing a great ball. Um, it just on the other side they came out and pitched too. Spencer Strider, and the let's talk about the Braves series first, and then we'll talk about future thoughts. So they played the Braves. They won 2 out of 3. That they played great. The first you know
That
game,
third game, oh my god.
but that third game, I think what was it, 8-0, 7-0 in the first inning. Um,
It was ridiculous.
and we had our fifth starter on their mound. That rotating starter spot. So we gave up a lot of runs that inning and that game. It just fell off. The wheels fell off. But they had their one of their aces on the mound too. I mean, he's hard to hit. Great pitcher.
Yeah.
Uh, and it
Our
was in
pitching though needs to get better, Jess.
our
Let's
pitching is
it's
sporadic.
pretty
It's good one week. It's good. It's not good the other week. It just needs to be more consistent. They need to play consistent ball. And it's just in the Braves series we came into play and we took it to the Braves. I mean, we can't complain about that. Um, it just we when we bet when we're bad, we're bad. When we're good, we're good.
there's no in between
There's
ever.
no in between. It's just like it's never consistent. I think
Yeah.
they can turn it around. Um, we're a couple great starts, great offensive output away. I
He
think
made
after
so many errors too.
yeah, Trey having that ball go right through his legs, I almost died. He
Died.
When he played for the
And then
Dodgers, it wasn't like, I mean, he was top tier. He's still, I think he's still getting used to playing for the Phillies. To be honest with you, I just think he's not comfortable yet. He seems antsy at the plate. He seems like he's guessing on a lot of pitches, but
he's in
when
it.
he
I think he's in his head too much. And then his mom's booing him too at the game.
yeah, I saw that his mom actually said that she was booing him at the game. So I was laughing at that. I was telling a bunch of people about that. When your mom's booing you and she publicly makes an announcement saying that she's booing you, it's got to be
It's
bad.
bad. It's bad.
But I think like baseball is. I tell my son this. If you hit the ball and you get on base and get hit 3 times out of 10, you have a very successful career. Um, so it's not. I'm not in panic mode. I don't think we should be in panic mode yet. I feel like we're it can go one of two ways. We can continue down this inconsistent path, or we can and just be and fail to make the playoffs, or we can take it and we can run and make some changes, make some positive changes, and do really well for the remainder of the season. So
Yeah.
I think we underestimated the impact of Reese Hoskins in the lineup. He's a true leader. Um, and I feel like he kind of was not necessarily all about Reese, but he put up great numbers. He had 30 home runs last year. Tons of RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
He was a solid player. He was dependable. He was consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that consistency where they were juggling the lineup around, where's Stott going to be, where's Turner going to be, where's Nick going to hit, where's Schwarber going to hit, like we had that consistency in Reese in the middle of the lineup that he was hitting. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like they were still like, in me, I think, especially in baseball, a pattern is super important. You have to have a pattern. So
Mm-hmm.
if you going up there as the leadoff batter one game, a leadoff batter is trained to take pitches, make the pitcher work right off the bat, and work a deep count and get on base. So if you're going from being a leadoff batter to not a leadoff batter, your approach is a little bit different when you get to the plate. Um, so I think that inconsistency at the top of the lineup kind of threw us for a loop. I think we still aren't consistent there. Moving forward, I would hope that they would keep the lineup the same. Um, but yeah, I think we're a couple changes off from really being playing our best ball. I hope so.
Yeah.
But uh, moving forward, I'm hoping that we're gonna get it together. So. We
Yeah.
on the Phillies website, it's officially open that you can actually vote for.
Okay, let me look on that.
Um,
Let's talk about that.
bring it up on screen now. Those are listening, you probably can't see, but we're talking about
The
um,
All-Star ballot.
per ballot voting here. So with the All Star voting ballot, you can definitely see that there's some opportunity to vote there. They have, obviously
I
Jade.
think Stott for sure.
Yeah,
He has come a long way since last season. 100% deserves it. Clemens, yes.
yeah,
Everyone else, hmm, you know,
yeah. I mean,
like even Casty. I love Casty. He's my favorite, but inconsistent.
yeah. I mean, he's not. At second base, I think Stott earns a nod. Um,
Yeah, he's like, I think out of all the players this season, he has really improved tremendously and has been having an amazing season so far.
yeah, I mean, if you look at stats for stats, I mean, you have Alec Boehm there too. I mean, he's batting 265, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, obviously Devers is up there. Obviously you can't. I mean, dude's one of the best out there.
yeah.
And then you have other people out there. I think he might get a nod. I mean, he should be in the conversation. I mean, Josh Jung on the Rangers looks like he has some good stats up there too. Chapman. I mean, you have Bregman, um, but he's up there. I mean, and then in shortstop, obviously you have Trey there, but he's just not putting up the numbers like he should.
Yeah, I don't think he's a.
I don't think he's an all star this unless he turns it around right before the All Star break. A couple,
Yeah,
um,
but we'll see.
catching. From a defensive standpoint, nobody's running on Remoto. I mean,
Oh
but
yeah,
his
I think he's an all-star.
defensively, I don't think offensively output. He's not. He's not. Um, there's that, and then you have
I
obviously
don't know
some of
how
the.
Harper's in the mix of that either because he just came into the season and hasn't.
No, yeah, I think Nick's up for some consideration in the outfield.
Hmm.
For sure. Uh, you could probably throw Marsh in there. Maybe um, in some consideration, but I don't
My
know.
number one pick is Stott of everyone.
For our team going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Schwarber is not a contender. He's got a dismal batting average. He hits a lot of home runs, drives in a lot of runs, but that average just needs to improve.
Yeah.
The DH, obviously Harper's there, but he just hasn't had enough time.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get the vote just because he was out. Um, but yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, moving forward, I don't know. Um, moving forward, I thought I was showing this other screen as I'm moving forward.
Yeah, I was looking at it in the corner.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I thought I was showing this screen on the screen. My apologies, listeners. But those watching, yeah, I think those are my top picks for our team at least moving forward
Yeah.
compared to what I'm seeing out there based on stats. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's pretty much that on that. I think moving forward, we can definitely uh, talk more about Philly's future, that kind of thing. I think,
I can't wait till
yeah.
August.
What?
I said I can't wait till August.
Wait till August for what?
More like when the games are starting, talking about the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that as we get a little bit more into the season, we can talk about more Eagles, Phillies, seeing what we can do after the All Star break. I think we're going to make a big push, and yeah, we'll just see where we're at after that. I don't, who knows where the
Yeah,
future. So, will DeAndre Hopkins be an Eagle? Yes or no?
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm going to say no as well. What do you guys think? Leave a comment on the video if you think he's going to be an Eagle or not. I don't think so. The wife doesn't think so. Like I said before, I think he might be a good addition if he's willing to accept the third role, wide
Yeah.
receiver. Um, yeah. Do you, in terms of Phillies, anybody gonna win the home run derby on our team at the All Star break, or will anybody ever will do it? You would think Schwarber would do it. He did it last season.
I don't know.
I think once he's capable of winning. I'd like to see him win it if he
He
does
is, but I
enter.
feel like he's kind of going like through like a not like a slump, but something's going on there with him too.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean?
hmm
Well, let's
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe him or I don't think Harper will do it. Obviously he's
no,
dealing with that
Harper's not
injury.
there. He's still
So hopefully if Schwarber does it, he'll take it home for the Phillies. But we'll see. All
yep.
those young bucks will come up and they like to put on a show. All right, I think that's it for the show this week. Thanks for
Thanks.
listening. Please subscribe, listen, download. We're on all the major podcast platforms. We'd love you guys listening. Leave comments, share the show. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the channel. We're here with the weekly show on YouTube Live. So if you're listening, definitely come to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Birds and Bases, and
Yes,
watch us on
please.
video as well. So we do have the video aspect going. Even though you're listening on a podcast platform, you can watch us on video as well. So give us some love, give us a thumb up, drop us a comment. We appreciate it all. And that will wrap it for this episode, episode 5.
Bye. Thank you. See you next week.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.